Welcome to this week's edition of the Truth Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's another Friday night here on the Truth Podcast, and I'm your girl, Blessing Yogo.
Yes, I'm with Blessing Yogo today. Mary Augustine, yes, and we don't have Sam here, so shout out to Sam.
Yeah, enjoying your Friday night already.
Yes,
Shout out to you.
So welcome to April, beautiful people. Welcome to 4th 2025. I mean, like April and the 4th day of April. Yes, welcome. How's the year been so far?
Did you get any prank? April Fool's Day. Do we still do that? But I think it's still everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. But I feel like the world is becoming really a bit serious for you.
Yeah.
Don't prank some people with something because they will take it. No, they will take it out on you. I'm telling you, people are angry. A lot is going through people and all that. Then you just want to prank them. Imagine saying, "I sent you money. Check your account." You want their hearts to disappear and all that. But anyways, it's all good. We have someone with us today in the studio. You know, a beautiful student, and it's so good to have her here. So we'll let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, I am Adidapo Oluwatomilola Elizabeth, and I am a 400 level medical student.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
So you guys will be wondering, why is a 400 level medical student seated gallantly in the middle of us, about to speak to so many people out there? But trust me, after today's podcast, you'll be like, I'm sure even the parent folks will be like, okay, let me not put, you shall just gain a whole lot after today. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about medicine, a calling or a choice.
A
calling or a choice. A calling or a choice. Medicine,
choice.
A calling. Not just medicine, like what you're doing. Is it a calling or a choice, or did it just happen? I know somebody I met one time, and then he was telling me about, he said he's a real estate in Abuja where we live, where we reside. He said he's a real estate agent or developer or whatever. I just looked at him like, was that what you studied in school, or you just, no other option?
Just bumped into everybody's.
Let me just do something. He said, I say, yeah, usually that's what it is around this place. Everybody's just doing it to do something. So now we're talking about medicine today. Is it a calling or a choice? So Tommy, over to you.
Yes.
Medicine a calling or a choice?
Okay, so first of all, I know that it's been something I've wanted since I was a little child. I mean, every career day, like my mom would say, I was always like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a doctor. But like along the line, I saw that I was working in the part of a calling, in the sense that I didn't like any other. Like now from secondary school, I didn't like any other
career like
commerce or arts. It was always science, and my best subject was biology, and not even the animal biology, like the human biology. I was just really fascinated about how the body works and everything. So I was very sure that, okay, yes, it's medicine I want to do. Then now, I would say how everything played out right now, I can say it's a calling, because I didn't expect it to turn out this way. There were so many things I went through, so many phases I had to go through, and I know that, okay, yes, I'm following a calling and not just my choice. Yes, my choice was there, but like, it's more for me, it's like, should I say 60% calling, 40% choice, something like that.
Oh really? So you talked about so many things you went through. Can you tell us, that means it didn't just come so easy?
Yes.
As much as it was a calling, it didn't just come at your fingertips. So can you tell us some of those challenges you went through before you found yourself on the path of your calling?
Okay, so from secondary school, I was good, but I wasn't putting in like enough needed effort to get what I really wanted. So when I first tried getting medicine, I didn't get the course of my choice, and
that means you wrote JAM like more than once.
Yes, okay. I wrote JAM twice, so that woke me up. This time I was doing it the second time, I knew that if I have to get this thing, I have to bend my back, I have to sit down and walk, and that was a part of
the challenges
that I had to do. Then again, even through the second time when I was going through it, and it was looking like, oh, it's not still coming, and I just said, okay, even if it doesn't come this way, even if I have to finish with the course I'm doing right now
And then
go back to doing medicine.
Oh, so you're ready to do 4 years
Yes.
on another course?
For another
Wow,
course,
this
then
truly
going back to-
calling. Then go back to
Truly,
medicine.
it's just more than wanting to study something. It's
Yes.
because if it's just about studying it, you would have given up, like, oh, that's okay. Microbiology is not still the same thing that we are doing here. It's almost the same thing. You just leave it. But the fact that you pressed on and you told yourself, even if I have to do this and go back to this, that's okay. Yeah, okay.
So
wow.
time wasn't a factor. So you see, wow, that's beautiful. Okay.
That's beautiful. I want to even say something, not just about now listening to it as a parent. You could share with a teenager, your teenage child or nephew, niece, somewhere there, your young adult, somebody that is doing something, or even somebody that you feel like this person is settling. I think I was telling them something before we got here. Sometimes these children, teenagers, young adults just want to settle, just want to be. I don't know, Tommy, do you have people like that in your life that you feel like this girl, maybe in your secondary school, you feel like this person has this potential, but they are just not going to put up. You said something about the first jam. You sat up after the first jam. You felt like this is not it. I need to sit up. I need to put effort. And do you know somebody like that? Maybe their story, you just know that this person just after the first jam they could do better, but they did not go on to do it like you. They just they were okay with doing microbiology. Please, not like microbiology or any other thing is bad.
Yes.
Because the way we are sounding now, you might think that maybe we are trying to say, oh, this course is bad, this course is good, is better than this one. No, it's just that, you feel like there is more. If there is more, why don't you just go out and get more?
No, not really. I don't think I really have or had anyone like that, because I usually, to be fair, I usually pair with people that are like serious minded. Like I want my circle of friends to be people that, okay, when we come back at the end of the day, we're like, oh wow, these are achievements and stuff like that. So everybody was probably set in one way or the other. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're talking about medicine and calling. Would you generally say, or do you think you're in a position to authoritatively say that medicine as a whole, the study of medicine, because now you've passed your first MBBS, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say that there's a place of passion, there's a place of call, or it could just be a choice? To what level? You said is 60%. And so that means your 60% was able to get you through MBBS.
Yes.
So would you say medicine as a whole, as a study, as a life, would you say that it's better being a calling or a choice?
Well, I feel it's better if it's a calling, in the sense that the person who called you is not small. So the person who called you can take you through the whole season. But if it's a choice, you can still add God in that situation
along the
line, and you can choose to want to get what you want out of it. I feel even at the end of the day, as it's a calling, I still have to choose to do my best. I still have to choose to read. I still have to choose to ensure that I am not, when I am presented in front of a patient, I am not like, I don't know something. I have to put in that work. But like the calling factor, I know that, okay, there are some things that shouldn't have happened, but they happened. So I'm like, okay, but I see you working something here. So even if it's even a calling, you still have to choose to, okay, be devoted to that call and all. But if it's just, let's say you didn't get any instruction and that's just what you feel like doing. In fact, I heard a guy that he said that he just wanted to see what's happening over there. And like, he's actually, that he could have done, that he's very good in physics, so I'm sure he could have done engineering or something. But he said he just wants to see what's happening over in medicine. And he chose to ensure that, okay, I'm going to put up through with everything, see through, and ensure that I don't get an extra year.
Sorry to cut you. Is he doing well?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
So it's more like the mindset of whatever is what doing well.
Yes.
So he went all out for it, and he's coming out with an extra. It's a degree.
I like things like, I like people like that. That's being adventurous with your life.
Yes.
Then
again, I feel even if, let's say, it's not even your choice, it's not your calling. Like your parents were. They influenced you and said, okay, you must do this. I also know about someone else that her parents influenced her, and right now she already even has what she wants to do. It wasn't easy. What aspect of medicine she wants to do? It wasn't easy at first. Like, she had few struggles, but right now she's saying, okay, this is what I want to do in medicine.
So she found purpose along
yes,
the line. You could find purpose along the line, I guess. But that's so beautiful. Wow. And there's a story of a lady that came to speak to us one time in church. She said her mother didn't know about nursing. She didn't know what it was, but she always be grateful that the mother bought that form into one TC. I don't know what they call it, whether it was midwifery, whether the mother just bought that. She wasn't so educated. Once she now knew there was a hype in it, she just got the form for the daughter and she just went and studied it, and now she's really grown in that career. So she said she's always thankful to her mom. Even though she wasn't educated, she just knew that this was the happening thing then, and she sort of pushed her daughter, and she's thankful. While there are some people that will tell you after they finish studying, daddy take. I know somebody, he's actually like a former senator's son, our contemporary. He studied medicine, but now he's doing business. He traveled abroad, he has a popcorn machine, he brought it to the country. He's doing business, he's wealthy, he's doing well, because he's always wanted to be a businessman. But he now studied medicine and just kind of like gave it to his parents and went into business. I'm like, you can still do medicine and business. Like, no, medicine takes all your time. And truly, the reach he has gone in Nigeria, almost every shop in Lagos, Abuja, where you see his product. So some people actually do it and give it to their parents. Some people say thank you.
Yes. That's that giving it to your parents. How should I put this? You should know that medicine takes time. So even if, let's say, you are influenced to do it, just ensure that you follow up with the time, because the more you say, okay, I'm just sad, I'm tired, you are at the end of the day wasting your own time in the sense you're getting extra years when you could have just
something that you don't want to do.
Yes.
No, this brother actually came out well. He's intelligent. He had the IQ for it. I know someone that also, while we met in school, he was doing IT. Some people love IT. So he was doing well. He came out very well, but after that, he just delved into IT. I know someone that also, same thing, he delved into IT. When he went abroad, he was able to go into virology. He was able to merge his IT with the medicine. So it's doing well for him. It's a balance for him there in UK where he is, or in US, he's in US. So you talked about faith, and I wanted to ask, because you said maybe it's a calling, God gave you this calling and all of that. What role does your faith play in your choice or your journey, basically? What role does your faith? You're a Christian, right? Of course, I know you're a Christian.
Yes.
So what role does your faith, do you think there's something very divine, or how has it helped you throughout this journey, basically?
Okay, like I gave a testimony in church last year. I was saying that when I started the medical school, as much as I was with God, I wasn't really in for so it's like I had few toes out, because I couldn't have one leg out. Like, it was not one leg in, one leg out. So few toes, yes, and stuff like that. But when I was turning 20, I said, no, I'm becoming a woman, and I want this, I want this, I want this. Like, I want to follow God, truly. And when I bent my head and said, okay, I want to follow God, I saw him do several things for me. And okay, how the faith affected this whole, or how it has been with me through this whole journey. There are some exams that, in fact, I wasn't even prepared, and I was sure that I was going to fail. And God, even if it was just one thing, He just reminded me that, okay, this is the answer, and that was it for me. Yes. And throughout, okay, like now for my MB, I can say that how God really helped me. Normally, something could happen between me and my friends. I'll get angry and I'll just want to isolate myself from them. But this period, God didn't allow that to happen, because He knew that I needed these people. I needed these people to
study together and everything.
And funny enough, like every time we met to study, in fact, first paper we met to study those questions, and those were the questions that came out, and I was like, But thank you that I was not angry with these people, because I'd have gone to lock myself up somewhere. Then I'm like, oh, they did this question, and I'm looking like, are you for real? So that one, to God ensure that was in place and all. Then
basically
wow, that's so beautiful. We had a doctor come to speak to us last week, and he was talking about merging faith and medicine, and he said, look, they go together. You can't separate them. God created medicine. So as much as, yes, you see your patients, you're praying for healing, you're also telling them that, okay, this drug will work. Yes. They work hand in hand, putting medicine, the place of healing, the place of ministry, and the place of... So do you see this as a ministry beyond now that you have ever thought about it and say, look, Father, I'm a Christian. I believe that as I'm talking to my patients in the near future, you'll be a place for healing. You'll be a place for insights. You'll be a place for discovery, research, and ideas that God would give to you. So how much do you see it as a ministry? Do you see it? How much are you bringing your faith solely into your practice, or when you start practicing?
There are sometimes that you want to consider, okay, once I enter this medicine, like I should just get my money quick and like get out. But I'm like, even if, let's say I'm to get money, I'm to ensure that the gospel is preached through this medicine in the best way possible. Like I can't even say that I did it on my own. In fact, let me use this my MB. Before I started the MB, like past exams, it was always like there was this little part of me that was like, okay, you can do it and stuff like that. But this MB, I said, God, I can't do anything. Like I can't do anything at all. Like this is just solely you. And from now on, I'm going to trust him throughout, because with this I knew that okay, this is just the best way to go. Like this is the best way to go in this aspect. Then for the calling, for the faith part, I feel like the Bible says, faith without work is dead. Yeah. I feel medical doctors definitely have to put in effort and everything. So you having faith, you also have to work. There's the part of working and trusting God that God will use your works to like bring out good deeds and stuff like that. Because you're going to meet many people and you don't want to just leave them to go. Stuff like that. So then again, it's said that when patients come to doctors, like they are vulnerable. So that's like it seems manipulative, but like how should I say, it's like that's the best time to catch someone to say, okay, this is the way, this is the truth, this is the lie. So something like that.
Well, as long as you're giving them the medical aspect, yes, and you're also telling them about good news, like something, yes, more divine. Because you as a doctor, you're only using your human abilities, but there's something more divine.
More extra. Wow. Okay, you talked about a friend who has said to herself that this is what I want to do. Now, have you decided on the path that you want to? The path you want to go, what path specializing, where do you want to specialize, where do you want to be? It might not be one, because I saw my friend, I think they did this thing in their class. She's in med school. They did this thing in their class. I think she's in 600 level. So they did this thing in their class. They did a studio picture of themselves in frame, their likes. I should have that in their likes, like how they got in first, their favorite lecturer, their worst day in med school, their specialty, like where they want to specialize, and if they were not doing medicine, what else would they be doing? So now she said public health, I think cosmetologist, dermatologist, or I don't know yet. But that was what she said. She's like that really. She has a YouTube. Shout out to Idara. Now she, that's what she said. Then I saw somebody else, another of her own friend now, said something like physiologist, I want to be able to, and then if I wasn't doing medicine, I would do business and all that. So for you, like, it might not be one, it might still be that you're still like placing and just checking it out, because so do you have like a path that you've decided that this is where I want to go, this is where I want to major?
Well, at first, before I even got to the medicine, I thought I had one, but when I entered, I said, I don't really think this
was that surgery. So,
everybody wants to say surgery.
So I was like, no, but I have ideas in mind that, okay, this could be it. So I'm hoping that as I enter clinical years, I'll find, okay, what I like to do, because that's when you start working with the real thing. Yeah. So I'm hoping that.
But before you enter, what were you thinking? Subject.
No, well, I was thinking cardiologist, something like that.
Oh,
and
the tough one.
But nonetheless, you have God by your side, and with God you can pull through, you can scale through a wall. That's what the Bible says. So yes, you can just keep the faith and hope alive. You just keep it alive. Okay. Would there be anything you want to say? If there is somebody that I'm trying to paint a scenario. Let's say somebody is struggling in med school right now. They're struggling. they don't know. It looks like everything is overwhelming. They have a lot on their table. They have a lot to do, and all that. What would you say to them? Like, what would you say to them in this situation? What would be your will I say inspiring conversation with them? Like, have a conversation with them right here. Like, if they listen to this, what would you say to them? If they are in front of you, if they are going to listen to this, what would be what you say to them?
Okay, so first of all, I will tell you that you should put God first. Like, I know, yes, I've said God, but seriously, put God first. Like, there are so many people that they can testify that, okay, I put God first and God came through for me. So put God first. I don't know how you're going to do it. You should find how you put him first, but you should put him first. Like, in everything. Even if it's little, oh God, this is, it doesn't have to be serious, like one serious as if you want to, no. But just ensure that you let him know that you are the driver of this whole situation. Then now, the second thing I'll say, like, humanly speaking, I've spoken about God, now humanly speaking, routines. There is no way you want to accomplish medicine without having routines. Like, it's
like study routines. What kind of routines are you
like life routines.
Like when you wake up in the morning,
when you wake up,
okay.
what you want to do,
okay.
what you're going to do today, what you're going to achieve today. Like, you should know, okay, I want to read this today, I must read it. How long I want to read it for? Like, okay, I want to rest this period I want to rest. In fact, that was one thing that I followed up with. God helped me follow it up because it was very hard. Sometimes you just want to be anyhow, like you just want to let the day come as it goes. But you have to put in that routine work. Like, okay, there are times I'll say, okay, from 7 to 8 I'm going to take a nap. Then from 8 till whenever I'm tired, I'll keep on reading and stuff like that. So routine. Then again, this routine stuff, I feel people should also know themselves. There are some people that they may not be able to stick to a fixed routine. If you know that yours is changing, like you have to change it per day, like so that you don't get bored, you should have to ensure you do everything to keep yourself organized. I think, yes, that's the whole aim of the
also routine. If you should know yourself, like you said, you should know yourself enough to know when and what works for you.
Yes.
Night, morning. Do you feel energetic in the night, afternoon? When do you feel like you're most active? These routines also.
Yes. Then again, like, there's the part of comparing yourself with others, in the sense of you are not like the other person. If you know this is not going to work for you, don't follow the other person. You know yourself more than the other person. In fact, the other person may be following what they can do best. Like, now there are some people that they read under pressure. I know I can't read under pressure. So if I see that you can read under pressure and you are chilling now, I'll just be like, okay, nice one. I'm going to go and read because I know that I have to like see it again and again
to catch it. Wow.
So I can't be with you that, okay, just one hot pressure, you have caught everything.
There are people like that.
Yes, now.
And the people that go and hide and read at night while you guys are laughing, playing. They'll be distracting you. That's when they want to have fun.
I used to be like that in school. I will read like almost all night. But if you see me in class, I'm not going to touch. But I don't even act like I touch book. But the day that we are supposed to put pen to paper, you just be
why did I
follow this girl? This girl is such a sly. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But
so basically, know yourself, create your routine, and be diligent about it.
Yes.
So people may know themselves, but they are not diligent. If you're not diligent, you can't get the results of somebody else that has been diligent on the routines that work for them.
Then again, try to change pattern. Like, if you notice the first time you put in something, it didn't work, change it. Don't say, okay, I want to try it again. As fast as possible, change it. In fact, throughout this whole 18 months, because it was from 200 to 300, 18 months, there were some things that, okay, I saw that worked, some things that didn't really work. And now going into 400, I'm like, I have to change it to get different results. You have to change the pattern of how things happen. So
this is a life advice.
I was going to even say that
this
thing applies to everything. I want to say that
you can't do the same thing I expect.
Yes, med school is like life, truly. Like, this applies to life. If something you've been doing is not working, it's time to change it. You can't keep putting the same energy, the same work, and expect a different result. It doesn't work that way. So this actually is life lesson, like detailed life lesson that we are collecting from our Gen Z.
Can you imagine our Gen Z?
I want to say that she has always wanted to say that.
Yes, this is our Gen Z, and she's giving us words of wisdom. He also tells us where she's coming from, her grooming and all of that, giving her that presence of mind, and she's just dishing out so much. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, daddy.
I wanted to even go there. Like, we need to go there. Okay, I want to ask for mommy and daddy. What has been their stand? Like, even from where, from when you got when you did your first jam.
Yes.
Before you did it, you what you've been saying at home, that I want to study medicine. You put in for medicine, then you did your first jam, you didn't get it, you went for something else, and then you're now moving to the second jam. Were they the ones that said, oh, you have to take it another time? That's number one question. Secondly, what was the feeling? You know why I'm asking this? I was talking to somebody yesterday or 2 days ago, and I told the person that, see, at any point, if you decide that you don't want to do this again, you want to change your mind and do something else, text me, just send me a message. You don't need to tell anybody. Everybody might feel like, this girl no know what she they do. Why is she here and wanting to be here? And don't bother. Just text me, send me a message. I will back you up from the very beginning to the end. There are people in your shoe that actually started a particular course in school. That's not what they want to do. Let me just use medicine. Now they want to do medicine. They got chemistry. Now the fear of going to tell their parent that, daddy, mommy, I want to take jam again and try again with this course. It was something that they just know that is going to cause problem. The shouting, what are you doing? You don't know what you want to do with your life, and all that. The whole they just kept on with the one that they were doing. Like, for you, what was it like?
Okay, so I would say my parents and I, we are a team. In the sense that we have the same mindset towards what I want to achieve. In fact, they don't want to make any inputs. They want me to say what I want. Then they'll be like, okay, this can go, this can go, this can go. And in fact, the first jam, when I got it and it didn't work out, I was meant to write the next year, but that was the year that I was trying to see if I could get the medicine at first. But when it didn't work out, in fact, I was one that told them, I'm going to take it again, I don't mind. So like, they didn't really have to say, okay, try taking it again. Yeah. I already knew that I wanted to take it again.
You made the decision.
Yes.
And they didn't feel like you were being here and there.
Yes. And I feel that's all that's been happening even while I'm in the medicine. Because what I do is that after each in-courses for us are like CA tests. So after each in-course, I send my results to them. And like the good, the bad, the ugly, I send it to them and tell them, and they just try to encourage me that I shouldn't let this one stop me from getting or achieving another one. So like, they are always there to back me up, and that's one thing I really thank God for my parents. In fact, there was this in-course that I failed and I couldn't tell my mom because I felt, I don't want to disappoint her and everything. So I just called my dad that, okay, how do we handle this? And she found out, parents, husband and wife, find out. So she was not like, why did I feel like I couldn't tell her? And she was like, this is not the end of it. And look at me now, I passed that exam because everything is cumulative. So that exam, I didn't have to, in fact, I got a very good score. So
one thing, made up for this.
Yes, it made up for everything. Kind of, so one thing is that they have always been supportive, backing me up no matter what, giving me. In fact, there was a time that I called them that I think I called my dad that once in a while just say words of encouragement and stuff like that. That I know, yes, you send Bible scriptures, but I just want to hear you say, okay, you can do it. Because my mom, she would always do that. This and this, hope you are good. How is it going? And so, but my dad, he's more okay. This scripture, take this scripture and hold it, dig it. And I'm like, yes, I'm holding the scripture. I also want to hear you
say some nice encouraging words to me. Yes. Wow, that's so beautiful.
Yes. And he started doing it.
Yes.
Thank you, Daddy. You have to thank you. Okay, this is a major question I want to ask you. I know that, yes, you're trying to define purpose in life. Even as we begin to round up, it's been amazing with you. Would you say that medicine and what you're studying really aligns with your purpose? Do you see it taking you all the way through, or you're still, of course, it keeps unfolding, you're still a very young person, but do you really believe that you're on the right path and this will align with your purpose in life?
Yes. Okay, yes, I'll say, at least for now, I know that it is my purpose, in the sense that I think I like saving lives, and
You like saving
yes, and in the means of when you are saving lives, you can also impute the one who saves a life. Yeah. So that's I feel that's my own scope. Yes, I'll say that's my own scope. I want to save a life, and in that aspect, give them the life that I was saved. Like the person who saved me, who saved my life,
introduce them to.
So they are getting the life bonus when I come. Yes, when they come to you.
Are you sure we're sitting there with the Gen Z? My God, today I've just been very quiet, just listening. I've not even asked too many, just quietly listening as all the answers are coming out there. So I believe every parent out there, all the students that are struggling, even if you're struggling with making career choices. Should I do medicine or not? I know you had answered for those that are struggling. What about those that are deciding whether they want to do medicine or not? What would you have to tell them? You knew you wanted to do medicine, so even when they gave you another course, you were like, no, you're focused. But sometimes it may not be that easy to be that focused. You may just want to settle, like Mary had said. So what would you want to tell those that want to do medicine or they're struggling with that decision?
Okay, so I'll tell, first of all, I feel if you're not really sure, like you're not at least 50% sure, you shouldn't go into it because it's a stretch. It's a long journey and they're going to stretch you. They're going to, in fact, now going to clinicals, we're going to be standing for hours. I already know how to sit down for hours and sitting down upright because the chairs are not so comfortable. So imagine sitting down for hours, but now it's going to change its course. We're going to be standing in the clinic for hours. I feel you shouldn't force it. If you are not 50% sure, let me just use 50% as if you are still around 42, just find something else around it. I mean, it's not only there's med lab, there's pharmacy, there are so many other things that are medically related. There's public health. So you can pick those little things and still shine. The main thing is if you are picking anything, just ensure that you shine. That one is there. But if you are not really sure that you want to go in for the medicine, please do not. I would advise that you shouldn't go for it because you now enter and you see that it's a different ball game and you are feeling so tired already and everything. Well, let's even say you now get there, just ensure you follow through with everything. Just try your best because time is ticking and more years could be added to a person. And I know that at least private schools, I think they are the ones that they still give space or something like that. I'm not really sure about other schools, but at least my school, you can still recite, you can still repeat. But like public schools, I know once you feel it's like you're moving into a different course. So like
when you fail the second time, I think they give you the first
I think the first, when you fail year one, that's where they move it. I don't know about our school really. For my school, if you fail in year one, you're going to another course because it's obvious that you're not even ready. Year one failed, but if you fail in year 2 or 3, I think my friend did in year 3 and she
year 3 you sit.
But the first year, your first exam, you're supposed to come out clean. If there's any you just go to next course.
So that's just try your best to follow through with it. And if you, and just like I said, if you are not at least 50% sure, try something else. Like medicine is not the only place that you can shine. Honestly speaking, we doctors, we also need some other courses to back us up. I mean, there are some people like now. There was this course I was doing within the medical when I was doing my courses for anatomy. So histology, there's a topic under histology, that's tissue processing. I had to ask my friend that is in med lab to explain it to me because they do it deeper. So there are so many other things. Don't feel that it's medicine. It's medicine that I would shine in and every other thing. Then again, I feel another thing is that let's say you even choose it, don't listen to people complaining that this and that. Know what is it for you. Like,
so be around positivity all the time.
Yes, because people enter, they don't like it, they start complaining, and I'm like, if you don't even want to work in the hospital, there are so many other things you can do. Like, there are so many other places. I know you can work with NGOs. Like, you don't have to be confined to a hospital, you can do so many other things. Like now, Apoko doctor, even if he's going to the hospital, you can just become an online
influencer. You're talking about health and all that.
Exactly. So
true. And I have a friend, he's a big boy now. He works for Pfizer. They are the ones that produce the vaccine. So he's always in the office, just with the regional manager. He's a doctor. but he's doing more office-based things, basically pushing the vaccine.
So if you are not tired, don't let what people are saying influence you to now become tired. Yes, just keep your focus and say, okay, even if anything, God shall help me. So don't.
Keep your focus and keep God by your side. Thank you so much. We've had our doctor in the making, and it's been enlightening. I've learned so much. I don't know so much wisdom like this. But what else? She's a doctor in the making.
Sorry.
What else? Yeah, do you have any last words?
Please be humble. Getting through medicine, it's very possible that medical doctors are like
your shoulders.
Your shoulders are very. They're pointing.
You can't talk
but like
to anybody. Can't talk to you.
Do you know I'm a doctor? Please want the doctor.
As much as possible, be humble because that's the only thing that will take you far. Like if you want to go far, be humble. Like there's no, even in the hospital, you can't be talking back to your consultants. Like, do you want to not? You just have to, even if they're insulting, just be on your best behavior because you know where you're going and you don't want any person to like hinder your progress. So as much as possible, even if you are going to be there, just be humble. It's going to be very hard, but just be humble. And even with people that are outside other courses, because you don't know who knows someone that can help you. You're not humble to someone and you just insult them that I'm a medical student, what can you do? And the person now sees in future that okay, so now you're coming to me, I thought you were the medical student. You'll be so ashamed because like this person can help you right now, but you did something.
You burnt the bridges.
Yes, you burnt it.
You raise your shoulder too high.
So, and now you are coming to beg and the person is telling you that sorry.
Wow. Okay, beautiful people, this has been an amazing time. This has been a good time, having Tomi tell us her journey, really, like her journey, talk about her faith, the God of her journey, really. There's a reason I use that. The calling, the choice in it, the passion, the commitment, the routine, these are things that if you put in normal, like your real life, everyday life situation, even if you're studying psychology, you need this thing that you just said, really. Like even if you're studying psychology, you need this thing too. So it's not like it's just medical school. So this is where we are going to draw the curtain. Tomi, thank you for doing this with us. Mommy and Daddy, thank you for letting Tomi do this with us.
And it's been amazing.
We've had our father here. Have we had the mother?
Yes, on insurance. Her dad came to talk about insurance.
We've had the mother too. I know I've sat down with her here. Then we've had the father here too.
We've had Tomi before. When we talked about parents and all that, Tomi has been on the show, so you can go back and check.
Yes, you can go back and check. I think when we share this, we'll put the topic where we had the parents. So you just see the seed is not, the tree is not far from the seed, or the seed is not far from the tree.
The seed is not far from the tree. And for as many of you guys, I hope you listened to last week's podcast. Yes, okay, we're talking about can you date your type? So yes,
would you prefer opposite or your type exactly?
Listen in, and today is a fresh perspective, and we thank you so much, Tomi.
And then next week we're going to have another great, wonderful time next week. So just keep it locked with us. We promise to, to try to put it out, to give you something. So just lock it with us. Share, like with your friends, family. No age. I know some content might be, we might have this age restriction for some content, but not really like deep because we're not going to be all raw, yeah. And so, but then just share like with people. A young person can learn so much from, so they don't make mistakes, so they have experience, they hear what is necessary for life and living.
So yes. I'm the girl, Blessing Yogun. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm Mary Augustine. Thank you for having us this Friday.
And your special guest, our Gen Z doctor, I did that for Tomi.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Tomi, thank you so much.